Let's talk about the user interface and the layout of Gmail in this lesson. So when you get into Gmail, the first thing you see is a little hamburger menu that says main menu. In reality, it's not a menu. It's a way to conserve some screen real estate on the left side. As you can see, we have this panel. If you click on the main menu, hamburger menu, it will simply make all these items below disappear. So you have a little bit more room on the screen to work with. If you hover over any of them, then they immediately spring up so you can actually read what they are, because otherwise it's impossible to tell. And if you move away, it disappears. So it's just a way to conserve some screen real estate. Next to this, we have Gmail logo, and that also doubles as a way for us to check for new emails. If you click on Gmail logo, it's going to go through and check for new emails. Then we have the search mail bar, which is extremely capable, allowing you to really drill down and find just about anything with relative amount of ease. We're going to cover that in a future lesson. Then we have a few icons here that you may or may not have dealing with some add-ons. Even though Gmail has tremendous capabilities, by using add-ons, you can expand those capabilities even more so. Next, we have the support question mark icon. If you click on it, you have a menu with help, training, updates, and feedback. So it's a way to both get some help on how to use Gmail, look at some Gmail training Google provides, as well as updates to what has been done to Gmail over time, because the updates are done automatically behind the scenes. If you wanted to know what the updates were, what changes were made, then you would use the updates function. The next is the settings cog. And the settings cog allows us to really configure Gmail to match our preferences and our needs in many, many different ways. Not just the display, but also how it works, what it does, and how it will do it. It's very, very flexible, and we were going to cover that in the future as well. Next, we have the Google Apps Navigator, which allows us to jump to any G Suite application directly from Gmail. And finally, on the right side, we have the Google account with profile icon. We can use the profile icon to change to a different account on the fly. If we expand the left side panel, we see a number of different options. What they are is actually categories of email. So it's a way to segregate email into smaller components, including using what Gmail refers to as labels. So there's all kinds of labels you can set up, and then you can easily segregate email by these labels. Also, there are some certain areas that are predefined, like starred and snoozed and important, that have special meaning. We'll cover that in a future lesson. To the right, we have the display of all the emails. And so we can see the email subject. Then we can see a little bit of the message itself. And we're able to navigate to any of them by just hovering over them. And if you want to see an email, you just simply click on it, and then it'll change the display to show that particular email. And then when you get done, you can click on the back arrow to go back. Gmail is super flexible, so it allows us to set up different environments. For example, I will jump from this tab to a different Gmail account. As you can see, it looks dramatically different. So here is this one, and here is this one. And it looks different, and it works different in many ways. So just because I'm showing you this right here, that does not mean that it has to be this way. And then in addition to having this ability to look at all the emails as a list and then drill into individual emails, up at the top, you have a breakdown by categories like primary, social, and promotions. And of course, those are also changeable to meet our needs. Allows us to start a new voice call or audio call or join an existing one, and also allows us to chat with various people, and it shows us a list of these people. Down below at the bottom, you can see you can switch this particular panel between the users, so you can look at your contacts. You can also click on the Hangouts to look at the recent Hangouts you've done. And then you can also click on the little phone icon to go into phone mode, where you can just enter a phone number or select person, and it'll dial, and Gmail will dial that particular phone. And you can make a phone call right from Gmail. Finally, on the right side, there is a small little icon in the bottom right that allows you to open yet another panel, and that allows you to see add-ons. There's an add-on for calendar, Google Keep Notes, Google Tasks, and you can add your own, such as, for example, here I have one for Zoom, to be able to initiate Zoom calls directly from Gmail. And you can add as many as you want. As a bonus in this lesson, I'd like to introduce you to reading pane, which is a very useful way to look at Gmail. So the way you get to reading pane is by clicking on the cog, which will bring up the quick settings. And then if you scroll down, you will see an option down below called Reading Pane right here. And so what it allows you to do is display your email in 3 different ways. You can either select no split, which is what we were looking at. And that means that you're looking at the list of messages. When you click on any particular message, it will take you directly to it. And then you have to click on the back button to go back to the list of messages, which is a little bit of a hassle. There's another option called Below Inbox. And the way that works is when you click on a message, it will show you the actual content of the message below the list of all the messages. The space between the actual message list and the message itself can be adjusted by putting the cursor right where the border starts, and then you can simply drag it up or down to adjust it according to your preference. So that's the second way to do it. But my favorite way to do it, and the one I usually recommend, is right of inbox. And the way that works is it shows you the list on the left side. And then when you click on a particular message, you can see the message itself on the right side. So as I click on the left, I still see the list of all my messages. But at the same time, on the right side, I immediately see the content of whatever message I'm clicking on. That's my preferred method of doing it. Obviously, you have a choice, so you can pick from any of the panes. And once you select the pane, up at the top, you will have a little, it says toggle to split pane mode. And so what you can do is you just simply click on it. It'll go to the first mode, the second mode, the third mode. So you can totally control it from here, or you can control it from the reading pane in the quick settings. And of course, in addition to being able to make phone calls and chat with people and look at contacts, you can also send and receive emails. And that's going to be the subject of our next lesson.